I see vintage in your future.
Hi everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy. I'm here with my husband Noel. He's behind the scenes. He does all of our camera and our graphic work. And tonight is our vintage variety. So I've got a whole mix of a lot of pre-listed items, just across the board, different, just again, a whole variety, different price points. And then I do have about 10 or so random items that throughout the show I'll just kind of pull those out and we'll just do some random pulls. So hang in there. If there's anything you want to see, you let me know. As normal, I forgot to add into my show notes, but let me go ahead and post those really quick for you. We always have a coupon in the show notes. All right, and max shipping is on, so you will pay no more than $9.50 in shipping today. With that, let's jump right in and get started. First item up on our list today is this Bennington pottery. It is so pretty. I love pottery. So this is just a classic, nice heavy-duty piece of pottery. I was talking to somebody yesterday who actually used to live where this is manufactured and was telling me a little bit about it, which was interesting. But this is your deep, deep cobalt blue, and you have a little bit of that sponge work going on. It is a Bennington bowl. No chips or cracks. You can see on the back it does have that Bennington pottery mark on there, so we do know it's nice and authentic. And we're going to go ahead and give that a run. Let me drop my auction down. Let's see, I do like to do 15 seconds. And that is up and going. Bennington pottery. If there's anything that you guys want to see, feel free to throw that in the chat. I am happy to jump around. If I don't see anything, I just kind of work my way down the list. Thanks for looking at that. Next up is a piece of Tonala. So I have 2 pieces of Tonala left from a recent trip to Mexico. So I thought I would go ahead and pull them back out. It's been a little bit since I've had them in a show. But these are not vintage, these are brand new. I actually bought them in the city of Tonala in Mexico. So our first one is this beautiful Ken Edwards Tonala vase. And it is the butterfly design. So we do have our Ken Edwards signature there on the bottom. Love just the unique shape of that with the hole in there. And then you have your classic Ken Edwards butterflies and birds on the other side. It is in mint condition. Like I said, this one is brand new. And that is up and running. So Ken Edwards is actually an American artist that moved to the city of Tonala and opened up a studio there, and that's where we get all of that great Ken Edwards pottery from. And along the same lines, I have a piece of Talavera from the recent trip to Mexico. Where did I hide that on my shelves? Here we go. This is the last one I have. I had brought back about 8 of these, and I'm down to this very last one. It is a Talavera candlestick holder with the orange rim on there. It is so pretty. Classic Talavera bright colors. This one is brand new. It is marked Talavera on the bottom. Again, this one is directly from Mexico. This one's from a little town called Coatepec in Mexico. And that one is up and going. I do take offers on most of my bin items. The bin is full, so if you see something that you like, but maybe it's just out of your price range, feel free to shoot me an offer. Okay, now this one is probably on the little bit higher end. Absolutely worth it though. So it's a 3-piece set. This is a nice thick wooden bowl here. Let me get this pinned. All right, nice thick wood bowl. This is Sherwood Forest. This is from New York, so this is from out of a New York designer, hand-painted rooster bowl. And this black and white, doesn't that remind you of like a Mackenzie Childs kind of look to it? It's not Mackenzie Childs, but it really has that look and feel. And then we have burnt into the wood bowl on the bottom, Sherwood Forest design out of New York. And then also that comes with that is the 2 wooden utensils. So you get that spoon and fork with the rooster designs and that great black and white along the edges. We're going to give that a run. Like I said, this one is a little higher priced. It is about half of what the comps are. Thanks for looking at that. We're going to stick with the rooster theme for really quick here for the next item. And we're going to show these rooster plates that I think are unique in a sense here. So these are decorative plates. They'd be great for your cottage, farmhouse type decor. But let me kind of show you. So you got the top nice and smooth with that great, like, I don't know, almost a French country feel going on to it. And then the back is nice and rough. This is actually like a paper mache that's applied to the glass plate, so you can see that beautiful design on the front side of the plate. So you get both of the plates, no chips or cracks. They're 8-inch diameter, and those are up and running. We're going to do both for $10, and they're going now. Trying to get the next item ready to show you here. Sorry, I'm making noise. All right, thanks for looking at that. Up next, I don't know if we have any of our primitive Rusty Crusty friends out there today, but this is a really cool piece that fits right in with your primitives. This is a Palouse hanging scale, and it's Palouse is a company out of Chicago. And this does have a brass front, and I just love the font of the letters on here. It says warranted, accountable, I think. I just like the font on that. I think it's so neat. And you can hold it up. On the bottom, you've got this great little hook down here, and then this goes flat. You can hang it. So this is something you can hang against a wall. You can hang it out from a wall. And then from the bottom hook is so good to put baskets or towels or anything like that on. We're going to give that a run. That's up and going for $8. It is still a working scale. I can't vouch for its accuracy because it is kind of old, but it is really a fun decor piece, especially if you're into that primitive type decor. Thanks for looking at that one. Okay, what do we have next on our list? Welcome in if you're just joining. There is a coupon in the show notes. My husband says it is time to do a random item, so let's go ahead and just pull something out randomly here. Let's do this little guy. Isn't he so adorable? Let's see, let me just find down here, random goodness. We're going to pin this. We're actually going to run this guy for $6, so I'm going to have to edit this, but it is a little turtle trinket dish. It could be a soap dish, it can be a trinket dish. You can throw your keys in there. How stinking cute is he? A little bit of tarnish, but that happens with brass. So this is solid brass from India, marked on the bottom. He is just too cute. And we're going to run him for $6. And he is up and going. A little brass turtle. The shell is kind of inverted, so you can use it as a little trinket dish. Welcome in, everybody, if you're just joining. We are doing a whole list of items today all across the board. The bin is full. I have preloaded a ton of items, but we are also doing random polls throughout the evening. And we have items at every price point imaginable. So hopefully something that you can find will fit your budget that you like. Let's take a look at our next item, which is a teapot. This is an ironstone teapot, and it's so beautiful. Now I love some classic white ironstone, but ironstone with a little decor on it too is really pretty. So this one is, like I said, an ironstone teapot. It has the pink little flowers. There is a call out. I'm going to show you that call out right here. So the lid has been repaired. But whoever repaired it did a great job, because while you can see the repair, they just did a really good job with it. When you have it in there, you cannot even tell that it was ever repaired. We're going to slowly turn this around. You have some gold detail on there that's just really pretty. Let me take this off so I can show you the bottom. A tiny bit of paintwear on the handle. And it says Elgrave is the company that makes this. They are out of England. And it says genuine ironstone, and it is numbered, so it was part of a limited edition. And that's going to go for starting bid of $8 today. Thanks for looking at that one. So our next piece is just a very classic, simple piece that works year-round in any decor. So this is a little creamer. This is actually out of Italy. It's an Alan Frederick creamer, handcrafted, and it has gorgeous crazing on there. I just love the crazing. There is a couple little chippies, right? There's one right there. There's another one over here, but I think it adds to that antique vintage look of this one. It is marked Alan Frederick out of Italy on the bottom. And like I said, this is a classic creamer. Don't have to use it for creamer. A little bouquet of flowers in there, or some utensils. It is just a really versatile piece, and that is up and running. How is everybody doing this weekend? We normally do our shows a tad bit earlier, but we're playing around a little bit with times, trying to find something that that works for both my husband and I. All right, up next, I have actually, this is one piece of a matching set. I have two, but I'm selling them separately. Absolutely gorgeous piece of pottery here. So this is it's antique, so well over 100 years old. I can't say it. Spongeware vase. There we go. Just stunning piece of pottery. And it has, what I really like about it, you have the little gold handles here, and then you have embossed on either side of the handle, which looks like little angel wings. And you have that on both handles. And I think that's just gives it such a great added touch. Gorgeous natural looking colors. And then you have the top, so many different uses. This one does have a few chippies around the top. Let's see if I can find it right over here. But again, that would be expected for something of its age and how delicate it is for a piece of pottery. We're going to go ahead and get that going. Like I said, and if this is your type of thing, if you like this, I do have a larger pitcher that matches this that I'd be happy to pull out. If you see anything in the bin that you might want to take a closer look at before deciding if you want it or not, just let me know. I'm always happy to go and grab that and pull anything out of the stock to show you. All right, we have a clear mug, but this one is so cool. So this is heavy duty glass. This is a nice substantial mug. It is a beer mug, but my husband and I have come up with a million other uses for this, ranging from milkshakes to root beer floats and just a big old cup of coffee. I love the handle because the handle itself looks like a branch, and then you have all of like the tree branches or the vines with the leaves on them going all the way around. Nice texture. And then you've got this open spot that you can actually engrave or do like, what is it, like sandblasting or whatever, something in there if you wanted. It is a beautiful, just heavy duty mug. No chips or cracks, and it is up and going. Thanks for looking at that. Let's do just a random item next. Oh, and Whatnot's glitching on me again. Yay, Whatnot. Okay. Let's see, doesn't let me scroll through my item all the way to my item list. Let's see here, we can get this to work. I know how to fix this. Must be a busy night for shows. It always seems to glitch when there's a lot of shows on. All right, here we go. We're going to do another random item. So our next item up, thanks for taking a look at that mug. This is Carnival glass. These are gorgeous Carnival glass. Let's see if I can see the maker's mark. These are Northwood. Yep, these are Northwood Carnival glass. Little tumblers, hand painted with those, I'm pretty sure those are cherries, maybe they're flowers. Beautiful hand painting on there. They have that great iridescence. I don't know, oh yeah, you can see it. The light's picking up that great iridescence on these. And I know you're not going to be able to see, but at the very bottom, you do have a Northwood mark. So you get a set of 2 of these. No chips or cracks. And we're going to run that set for $8. And it is up and going. If there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know. All right, thanks for looking at those. Let's see what's next on our list, and then we'll come back and do some random items later. Let's work backwards on our list. Let's see, we'll start here. Now this is a little bit higher price piece. Again, I have everything, I tried to hit all different price points. So this one is such a unique piece of pottery. If you are a pottery lover, this is a super unique piece. This is out of Norway, handcrafted, hand painted, teal and gray, or charcoal, if I want to be fancy instead of saying gray. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like the visual interest on this, you have the lines going down, and then you have, of course, the horizontal lines. This is a very unique piece. We've got the top of it there. It's in mint condition. Let me show you the bottom. It is signed by the artist. So we have the artist signature KK. It's numbered, and it says made in Norway, hand painted. So this is one of those pieces you're not going to see very often. I do actually have another matching type tray if this is something you like. We're going to go ahead and get that up and going. Gorgeous piece of pottery. It stands about 11.5 inches tall. Welcome in if you're just hopping in here. Thanks for stopping by the show tonight. I appreciate that. We are going down the list, but we're happy to show you anything you may want to see. All right, along the same lines of pottery here, we'll just kind of stick to this. I'm just moving down our list. This is a Spanish oil and vinegar set with the caddy. It is pottery, which is so cool. I would probably even just use this as decor and not actually use it for vinegar and oil, but you can. So you have your little oil one. Look at that hand painting on there. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have your vinegar, which is the same. A little bit of flea bites along the top of your vinegar bottle. It's still such a pretty piece. And then you have the caddy that goes with it. So you can separate them. You can use them all together. Totally functional. And those are up and running for $6. Do I have any other sellers in the room? Have you noticed that our pre-bid button that was there for about a month, I was so excited they finally gave us a pre-bid button, and now it's gone. It has disappeared. All right, we have a set of sterling silver candlestick holders here. Let me get these pinned and we'll talk about them a bit. So these are sterling silver cement-filled candlestick holders. Now, when I first saw that, when I was doing my research, I thought cement-filled, what's that? And I went and researched a bit and found out that because of the softness and the type of metal sterling silver is, it creates voids within the metal. And to create some structure to it, sometimes they will fill those voids with cement. So it doesn't take away from it being sterling silver. It's just a way to help make them more structurally sound for a longer period of time. So these are sterling silver cement-filled candlestick holders. Both of them have this fun little kind of like flower-shaped top to it. And then you have your little base there. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this here. I did put a picture of the print down here that says that it is sterling. So it's probably not going to come out on camera too well, but there is a picture in there if you want to scroll through and see that. This one's in great shape. This guy over here has a little bit of a ding going on there and there. So it is a little dinged. They are vintage. They are very old. We're going to go ahead and run those for $18 though. And they are up and going. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let's see what we have going on next. Since we're going backwards here, let's see what is next. We have another little Mexican piece. I did not pick this up on my trip. I found this in my little antiquing travels around Pennsylvania. And how cute is this one? This is a little vase. Love the bright, fun colors, perfect for spring. There is a tiny, tiny little flea bite right there. It is marked Mexico. And the coloring is so pretty. And we're going to run that $5. Up and going. We're trying to get a little more light on here. I don't know why all of a sudden everything looks so dark. Thanks for looking at that one. Let's skip over to what is next here. Let's do this little vase. This vase here is perfect for spring. Perfect, perfect for spring. This is a Tilso vase, and if that doesn't scream Easter and spring, I'm not sure what does. Look at those flowers. They are so pretty. So we have these great flowers on here. Great flowers. Perfect condition vase. These go all the way around. You've got a little bit of detail here. Gold on the handle. There is nothing wrong with this. No chips or cracks. No paint wear. It is marked Tilso on the bottom. Beautiful for the springtime. $6. Up and running. At that. Next we have, let's talk about Easter coming up. This is a hand-blown glass egg, and it is a big glass egg. Hey, piece of work, how are you? We have a big glass egg. Let's make sure it's going to stay. All right, so that little egg holder did not come with this. I'm using it to just to show this, but I will include it. I just don't know if it was made for this one. But this is a glass egg. This one is all plain white, no chips or cracks, so it's in great shape. I've seen a lot of people, if you have any artistic abilities, will actually take and paint gorgeous scenes on these. So this is a really good size. I think I put in there about 6 inches. You can see the pontil on there. And we're going to go ahead and set it in there so I can run this. And like I said, I will send this little egg cup with it, but I don't think originally it was made with it. So I would be careful displaying it for a very long time like that. And that is up and running. If you are artistic, this is, I'm sure you can paint something. Oh, it's still in one piece. See, that's what I said. I wouldn't keep it on there for very long. I'm just trying to display it for you all.
It's too heavy on the top.
Oh, well, hi, SCS. How are you doing? Oh, good. I am excited for you. All right. What do we have next? How about a little green platter? Well, it's cream and green. All right, let's take a look at this. I love platters, and this one to me is perfect for the upcoming spring. Oh, turning your basement into an antique shop. Oh, I want to see pictures. Yeah, come back next time. Love to have you. All right, we have a platter with the green on there that I think is perfect for spring, and then it has 2 other things that I love, crazing and staining. How cool is that? No chips or cracks, just the crazing that we all like in our antique platters or vintage platters. This one's
Absolutely, one box at a time. Good luck. It sounds like a lot of work.
and we're going to go ahead and give that a run. That's for $5, 11 inches, so it's a good size but not too big. It's a kind of just that right size platter. All right, it's time for a flash sale.
Flash sale?
So every time we do this, we're going to do this a few times in our shows. I always pick some random item out of the bin, and we run it for 25% off. Tonight, our very first item is the coolest piece of pottery ever. Let me find it so I can get it pinned and you can see all the details on it. This is a Sumata Gawe Japanese bowl. And it is just so unique. So you've got this great pottery piece here. And it just, the top is nice and glazed. And the inside looks like the ocean. And these are pearl divers. So they are like 3D pottery little guys hanging over the edge. And they're pearl divers looking into the ocean. This is a little seashell here. So that's why the top is glazed and the bottom is like the sand of the ocean. It is signed by the artist. And this is just a super unique piece. Sometimes they have these with 7 or 8 of the divers on there. This time we just have the 3. We're going to run that as a flash sale, 25% off. I run that for 90 seconds. And while that is running, I'm going to go back to our auction list and run our next auction item.
Thank you for sharing our show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And believe me, I think I can feel the same way your husband feels.
What's that? I didn't miss the chat. What did it say? Thank you. My husband's like you. Really? Yes, we do need these. They make us happy. They bring us joy. Isn't that the thing? You get rid of the stuff that doesn't bring you joy, but these bring joy, so you got to bring more of it into your house. All right. Does anybody like brass? We have the cutest little brass going on here. We have Mama Giraffe and Baby Giraffe. They are adorable. Mama Giraffe stands 9 inches tall, solid brass, nice heavy piece. It is marked made in Taiwan on the bottom, not India, which I was really surprised about for that. And then you have little Baby Giraffe, and it looks like they're kissing. But you have the Baby Giraffe. Again, nice solid piece of brass. You can set them any way you like. They don't have to be kissing. And those are up and running. Thanks for looking at that. Next up, we have a piece from Mexico, but it's not pottery. Surprise, surprise. This one is a commemorative plate from the 1968 Olympics. So this is gold and white, no chips or cracks, in great condition. I love the decor around the edges, the print there. Then of course we have the flame that says Mexico. You have a little thing on the back that talks about the commemorating the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. This is bone china, and it's made by Staffordshire, or made in Staffordshire, England. We're going to run that for $10, and it's up and going. All right, let's do another random item. While I have that tray sitting there, nice and ready for me to put something on, let's take a look at this black glass. I'm pretty sure this is amethyst glass. Little tray. I love this one. So amethyst glass is, if you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see that purplish color coming through the glass. This one is in mint condition, and it has some very faint, and I don't know if you can even see it on the camera there, but when you hold it up to the light, there's like floral kind of decor to the either side of this, but it is so faint, it is like just a lighter shade of the black. So it's really neat that it has those flowers on there. Again, no chips or cracks. It's in great shape. It's so versatile. And we're going to run that one for $6, up and going. And it's a good size here. Let's see, where did I put my... I have no idea. I just had my tape measure in my hand 2 seconds ago, and no, I don't have it. It's about 8.5 inches. All right. We can bring that back out later if anybody's interested in that. Let's take a look at this mushroom. Mushrooms are fun, and I don't know why, but I've been like everywhere I turn around lately, been running into mushrooms and mushrooms and mushrooms. So, of course, I have some at my show tonight. This one, it stands 5 inches. It's a little piece of pottery. Love the deep cobalt blue glaze on the top, so fun. And then you have the yellow for the stem with the little cutouts. And this one would be really neat. Since you have that opening down there, you can add in a votive or put some of those fairy lights in there, and then they would sparkle out of the little cutouts. And we're going to go ahead and get that one up and going. Thanks for looking at that. Let's take a look at an item that I think would be great as a little Easter gift. Put it in somebody's basket, even maybe one of your, like a grown-up kid or maybe a mom or something. This is a little music trinket box that has an iris on it, which is so Eastery to me. So you have the iris and the butterfly, and this is a nice little texture feel to it. It is porcelain. The top is the music box. It does work. And then you have the bottom, and it's made by Heritage House. It says Celebration of Love on the bottom. And this song that it plays is Love Makes the World Go Round. We're running that for $5. Thanks for looking at that one. Next we have, let's see here, where are we on our list? All right, let's take a look at this. Totally lost my place on the list here. Fun little Turkish bowl. Welcome in if you're just joining. There's a coupon in the show notes. And as usual, I try to keep that bin nice and loaded up. So next up we have a fun little Turkish bowl. Look at the colors on that. Absolutely stunning display of colors there. Textures, you can feel it. No chips or cracks. Gorgeous teal kind of going down to a green. It is a little Turkish bowl. It is about 5-inch diameter. And we're going to run that for $6. Up and going. Welcome in, welcome in. We are doing a vintage variety, but I have the auction tab is full, but I'm also doing some random pulls in between items here. All right, let's do another flash sale.
Flash sale?
All right, so this next flash sale, if you're new to us, here at Zoe's Treasures, we like to do flash sales throughout. This is where we pull random items from the bin, and we run them for 25% off for 90 seconds. So right now, our next flash sale is going to be this dolphin, and it is a large glass paperweight dolphin. No chips or cracks, absolutely stunning. Love the blue inside there. He is so cute. Fun piece. If you know somebody who likes dolphin stuff, or if that's you, it's 6 inches tall. Beautiful piece. We're going to run that as a flash sale, 25% off. It's going for 90 seconds, and that is in the bin. Well, that is going. We're going to go ahead and move right on over to our next auction item. which is a little like decorative plate or bowl, but it is so neat. This is enamel on copper. So this is an actual copper bowl with covered in enamel, and it has these 3 gorgeous flowers. You have 2 in a blue and 1 in a green. Such a pretty art piece just in itself. It's just that simple elegance of an art piece. We do have the maker's mark on the back. It says handcrafted by Bavano of Cheshire, Connecticut. And that's going to run for, we'll drop that price down. Let's run that for $7. That is up and going. Thanks for looking at that. We have a little crock here. It's actually a soup bowl, but I think it works great as a little crock. It is adorable. So you've got your brown lid, your crock that's in great shape, has some crazing on it. It's so pretty. You can fill it with little goodies, hide them away. And that's up and running. The bin is full, and I do take offers. Thanks for looking at that. All right, next up is one of my favorite pieces of pottery that I have in the show tonight. This is a little trinket box. And what's unique about this piece of pottery? What's unique about this piece of pottery is that it has a really neat geode on it. So, and I just thought that was so cool that somebody would do that they would add this geode to a piece of pottery. And I love it's like a stone with a stone, like this ceramic. I just think it's really cool. So you have the fun lid, no chips or cracks, and then you have your little pottery bowl there. Again, the fun blue and green. It seems to be a theme today. And it is signed by the artist. And that's running now. If there's anything you guys want to see, you just let me know. Always happy to jump around. If not, I'm just kind of working my way through a list. Thanks for looking at that one. Let's take a look at this. This is a gorgeous I say MCM, it reminds me of an MCM piece. So it is a decanter, and this one actually comes with the stopper, which is somewhat unusual these days. Mid-condition stopper, so you've got that great glass top with the gold bands, little stopper there. And then you have the bottle. This is a Bohemian Glass Czech crystal decanter. We have the gold leaves and like with the little berries on there. Beautiful piece of barware. And that's up and running. Welcome in if you're just coming, if you're just joining. We are doing a whole vintage variety tonight, and I do have some random items that we're just kind of showing throughout the course of the evening. So let's go ahead and switch over to one of those random items right now. This is a unique item, and this may be a little particular, but this is an antique. These are really, really cool. So this is, and you can see, kind of tell how old the milk glass is by how translucent it is, and this one has a real translucence to it. You get 2 of these, and these are actually candle wax strip holders. So you would put these around a candle back in the day, a long time ago, to catch the wax. So it's a kind of a neat piece of history. You can make those into anything you want now. Sorry, I have to jump back in my show. Whatnot keeps glitching on me here and making my list go away. But I think those would be really neat that you can do a lot with those in like a vignette or something. So we're going to go ahead and run that. And it's going to be $8 for the set. And they are up and going. Or for the pair. No, I shouldn't say, I should say pair, not set. Thanks for looking at those. Next up we have a little copper and enamel, or sorry, brass and enamel. I'm getting my metals mixed up. Brass and enamel little flower bouquet. And this is adorable. It stands about 3.5 inches tall. And you've got your little brass flowers with the yellow enamel over there. And my favorite one is this little bud sticking out. And then you have the flowers. You've got a little base on there just so you can set it in wherever you might want it to be. And that is up and running. Thanks for looking at that one. Now, here is an ice bucket. Everybody needs an ice bucket in their life. But you can be super versatile with this and fill it up with all kinds of stuff. How neat would that be with some Easter eggs in it? You can do a twist on an Easter basket. This is a nice heavy glass, metal handle. And then what I think is my favorite part here is this nice thick block of base to it. So it's just a piece of glass, but you can see on the sides it kind of radiates out. So even though it's a tiny little piece, visually it gives it this really cool appeal. And then you get some plastic tongs that go with that ice bucket. Very MCM-ish. Find where that was in my thing here. And we're going to go ahead and run that one. That's up and going. Number 23, absolutely. That is a little Mexican box. Let me go and grab that. It'll be just a second. Number 23 is this little Mexican box. This is a fun one. It's just a little trinket box, but it is hand carved in Mexico, and it has 2 Talavera tiles on the top of it, little tiny tiles. It opens up, so you have a plain box there that you can do whatever you may want to do with it, and it's a nice dark wood. And for the fun of it, let's go ahead and run that as a flash sale. That's going to go now. It's going to be in the bin. It is running as a flash sale with 25% off. So if you are interested, go and grab it. Next up on our auction list today is, if I can find it. Thank you for your purchase from the bin shelf. Appreciate that.
Welcome to Gold Level.
All right, so this item, a little bit on the higher price side, but once you see it, you will agree 100% worth it. This is gorgeous. So this is a Nippon. This is from about the 1890s, so well over 120 years old, 130 years old. And it is in gorgeous shape for being that old. We're trying to get the light just right so you can see it. This is hand painted. Every little detail you see on this is done by hand by somebody in Japan. Like I said, back in the late 1800s. You have the gorgeous bird and lake scene. Look at the purple flowers and the trees coming up here. It's just stunning. We turn it around, you have like the sunset or the sunrise, whatever you imagine in that, and some more trees. So you get your nature scene, but then they didn't just stop there. They added detail along the bottom, and look at this detail on top. Look at the colors on that. Absolutely beautiful. No chips or cracks. Let me show you the maker's mark. So this is, it almost looks like butterflies. This does say Imperial Nippon. It's Imperial Nippon hand painted. That maker's mark tells me it's from about 1890s. So it's just stunning, absolutely beautiful. We're going to run that up and going. Thanks for looking at that one. Just trying to run down my auction list here and see what else is next. Let's do this other little tiny mushroom that is so adorable. We have a little adorable mushroom. I told you guys, for some reason, mushrooms, they've just been popping out to me lately. So we're getting mushrooms. This one, what I really like about it is the top has the really fun glaze, and then the bottom is unglazed. So a simple little mushroom, but you can add it. I think it would look cute and like mixed in with some plants. It would just kind of peeking out. It would be super cute. And that is up and running. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys saw that on your end. On our end, everything went black for a second. That was scary. All right, how about a Fenton shoe? That's what we have going on next, is a Fenton shoe. And there's a little surprise on this shoe that I thought was really cool. Let me find it. Here it is. Okay, so I've seen these quite a bit, but I never noticed that this is a cat. So if you're a cat lover, how cool is that? This is actually the cat's ears and his face, and then his little paws are kind of like crisscrossed right there. So it's just a fun little detail that got added on to this hobnail shoe. It is a Fenton shoe, unmarked, no chips or cracks. And we're going to run that for $5. Thanks for your bid. And Kim, congratulations, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I had a blue and white sale last week, but I found this in a box afterwards, so this was not included in my blue and white sale. This is a set of 3 pieces, and these are pretty rare pieces. I've actually priced them about half of what I can find on comps, because you know, on Whatnot, that's how we do things. That's how we do it here on Whatnot. So let me show you these 3 pieces. And they are from the late 1860s, Wedgwood, and they're Maltese is the design on here. And it's Maltese with the blue unicorn maker's mark, which I'll show you. Pretty rare pieces, and these are all, like I said, 1860s, so they're old, but they're in great shape. No chips or cracks for being that old, but they do have staining, and gorgeous staining, I might add, and crazing on them. So you get your plate that is stained and crazed. Beautiful, beautiful. You have that Maltese with the unicorn markings on the back, showing that it is that Wedgwood, that antique Wedgwood. You get a little kind of saucer, yeah, it's not a bowl. It goes up a bit, but it's just a saucer. Again, crazing and staining, and you get that same maker's mark. And then this one is not marked, but it is part of the same pattern, and it is the coffee mug, and that one has the most beautiful staining on the inside. So this is a 3-piece set, and we're going to run that as soon as I can find where it disappeared to on my list. And that is up and running. All 3 pieces. Thanks for looking at that one. Time for another flash sale. The next flash sale we're doing is a piece of California pottery. This is a little planter. Well, let me go over to it. So this is a vintage California pottery planter. It is pink. How perfect for our upcoming spring. It is marked CP1266, which stands for California Pottery, made in the USA. There's some felt there to protect your tabletops. It is in great shape. You can use it as a candy dish or put anything in there, or use it as a planter. We're running that as a flash sale, 25% off, 90 seconds, and it's running in the bin now. And with that, our next auction item that we're going to take a look at is another piece that's somewhat rare. When you look at this, if you're anything like me, you're probably thinking, oh, a figurine, Japan, right? Because that's where most of our figurines come from. No, this one is actually from Mexico. This is a very rare Mexican figurine. Processa is the name of the company that manufactured this. And this depicts a bullfighter. But this bullfighter has the most amazing eyelashes ever. Me and my husband had a debate if this is a male or female bullfighter. We finally decided on male. But it is the prettiest male bullfighter I have ever seen. So you've got this great hat. There's tiny bits of paint wear on the shoe, on his hair, but overall in great condition. The original Processa made in Mexico sticker down there, and it is also stamped made in Mexico on the bottom. It is porcelain, and there is some crazing on it. We're going to go ahead and run that for $10. Up and going. Thanks for looking at that. I have a piece of pottery here that I absolutely love, and then we'll do some random items. So this piece of pottery, let's see if I can find it. I wish I can find out more. I've been trying to research it. It looks like a jar, but it's actually pottery. It is clay piece here, hand painted. We do have a signature by the artist down here. And I want to say it's like 1965, but I can't quite make out the number before the 5. There are a few little nicks, like you see down there at the bottom, a little nick. And then we have a stamp over here that says 71F.S. So I'm not too sure who that is, but I wish I can find out more, but I'm striking out. At one point there was a cork. You can always replace that cork. That's an easy fix. And that is up and running. This stands about 12 inches tall. This is a great piece where sometimes you need something that adds some height in your decor, but that's not super big. So it's not a lot of width, but it gives you that height you may need in your decor. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let me see if there's anything else that maybe I haven't shown, and then we can do that and skip over to some more random items that I have sitting over here. All right, let's just do some random items that I have sitting here. So this next one's really fun. I don't know if you guys have seen this idea or not, but this is the idea of taking apothecary or other type of jars, filling it up with your dry goods, and then using a teacup to scoop it out. So not only is it functional, but it's also gorgeous. So this is a large glass jar with a pretty flower pattern, and then you get this little teacup that acts as a scoop. Now I filled it up with lentils just to give you guys an idea on what that might look like, but I'll take the lentils out before I would ship it, so you don't have to deal with a bunch of lentils. I just wanted to show you how that works and how pretty it is together. So we're going to sell that whole set. We're going to run it for $10. So you get the gorgeous jar and the little teacup. And this jar here, this apothecary jar with the lid, stands about 10.5 inches tall. Such a fun idea, though, using beautiful pieces that turn into functional pieces, too. Thanks for looking at that. How about some little pottery pieces here? This is Williamsburg pottery. And this one's like a little mug, but you can use it for all kinds of stuff. And you have that great cobalt coloring on there. It is marked Williamsburg pottery on the bottom. No chips or cracks. It stands, good 4 inches tall. We're going to run that for $4, and that is up and going. Oh, thanks for looking at that. All right, we have a little wood car. If you have a dad, grandpa, or even a sister that may like something like this, this is just a little wooden car that somebody assembled. I don't know if it was a model kit or not, but it is a fun piece. Maybe you want to paint it. Look, it even has a little steering wheel in there that turns. That's kind of cool. And that's running for $3. Thanks for looking at that one. Next up is a little jug. This may be a tad bit more on the contemporary side. I couldn't date it, so I'm not going to say that it is vintage, but it has that like black raven look to it. Little pottery jug, the stars, no maker's mark. I'm going to run that for $7. That's up and going. This jug does stand about 5.5 inches tall. Thanks for looking at that one. I do have one more piece of Williamsburg pottery that I haven't brought out. This is a little creamer. It is adorable. Look at that. I love the flower on this one. And it's just that cream colored with the flower is so pretty. So it's another piece of Williamsburg. It is marked down there. It's stamped. That's about 3.5 inches tall. And we're going to run that for $5. Up and going. If you are new to Zoe's Treasures, welcome. My name's Tracy. I'm here with my husband, Noel. There is a coupon in the show notes, and I do accept offers on bin items. All right, let's take a look at this other random item. I brought it out earlier, but he's too cute to hide back on my shelf. Somebody needs to see him. This is a solid brass piece, a little trinket dish, place to throw your keys, and it's a little turtle. Look at how adorable is he. Who can pass up some good brass? It does say solid brass India on the bottom. And that is up and running. We're getting close to last call, so if there's anything you want to see, you just let me know. All right, I don't have this one listed, but this has to be one of my favorite haul patterns that are out there. It has the gorgeous, what I'm going to say are poppies. They look like poppies to me. I could be wrong, but I love the orange and the blue together. It's a color combination that is just one of my absolute favorites. There is a little bit of paintwork of silver around the top. Great mixing bowl, vegetable serving bowl, whatever you may want to use it for. I like bowls like this to have my popcorn out of. You do have the Halls mark on the bottom, so Halls, made in the USA. Nice substantial piece there of kitchenware. And we're going to run that for $8. That is up and going. All right. Thank you guys so much for taking a look at that. And thank you so much for hanging out in the show with me. We're going to go ahead and go raid somebody, but just wanted to let you say goodbye, say thank you for hanging out today. And please bookmark me. Take a look at my shows. I have some great primitive shows. I have a 2-part primitive show coming up, a mini show, an Easter show, and then I do a lot of vintage variety in between those. So thanks again. Have a great rest of your weekend. We're going to go find somebody to raid. Let's see who's on. Oh, Scrap.
Honey, what are you doing?
Spazzy is on it. I love her. We're going to raid her.
How thick?